Ever heard that term clout chasing? Like, what happens when the hunt for online fame just goes too far?
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
That's what we're diving into today. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, so we've got this first-person account, How I Became T-Roy Walmart and Lost Everything. It's written by 19-year-old Troy Wilkins.
Oh, I've heard of this one.
Yeah, it's wild, right?
Yeah, I think
Ah.
it really captures a lot about, well, about what we're talking about.
Yeah, so we're gonna unpack his journey, what pushed him to these extremes, and like the ripple effects of it all, you know?
Definitely. I mean, it's these stories matter a lot, I think.
And fair warning, we're talking super glue, cockroaches, even a bug spray birthday cake,
All for internet points.
all for the clicks.
It's incredible what people will do.
All right, so meet 16-year-old Troy, high school dropout, lives in a trailer park, feels invisible, like he doesn't matter.
I feel like we see this a lot, actually. This feeling of being unseen.
Totally. And he's scrolling through TikTok for hours, right? Sees all these other people with thousands of followers, and he starts to get envious.
Yeah, and you can see how that would happen, right? Like you're
Yeah.
comparing yourself to these curated lives. It's tough.
It messes with your head. So boredom sets in, and he's desperate for attention. Decides to pull a viral stunt.
Oh, here we go.
Films himself kicking over an elderly woman's shopping cart at Piggly Wiggly. Captions it, Granny's wheelchair drift.
Oh, no.
Wakes up the next morning to 50,000 views.
Wow.
I was actually looking at some of the comments on his early videos. People were calling him a legend, saying he was fearless.
And that's part of it too, right? That the way these platforms can they amplify certain kinds of behavior.
It's like they're rewarding him for being a jerk.
Right. And the algorithms, they often prioritize engagement over everything else. So the more outrageous the content, the more it gets pushed to the top. Yeah.
Isn't that a problem? I mean, aren't those companies trying to do better? I feel like it can't be good for business if they're just profiting off this kind of negativity.
Oh, they are. They're definitely trying. It's a tricky issue, balancing freedom of expression with the need to protect users and prevent, the spread of harmful content. There's no easy answers.
So for Troy, it's like he found the formula. Being a loser, as he put it, was his ticket to internet fame.
Oh.
And things escalate quickly. He goes from pranks to what he calls war crimes. Cockroaches in the sonic ice machine.
That's just wrong.
I know. And he super glues someone's hands to a shopping cart at Walmart. Even ruined a wedding by setting off a fire extinguisher. Aimed it right at the bride's dress.
What?
I'm reading this and I'm thinking, this kid is seriously messed up.
It sounds like that classic escalation. He needs more and more to get that same rush. That's what happens with a lot of these addictive behaviors.
And get this, his rewards keep getting bigger followers, sponsorships, even cash under the mattress. His own mom thought he was dealing drugs.
It shows how these engagement-based systems can end up rewarding, even encouraging bad behavior.
So here's the scene. 3 a.m. Troy's hyped up on energy drinks and online hype. Decides to live stream himself contaminating food at Walmart with bug spray. Bug spray, buffet. Don't try this. That was the title of his live stream.
Oh boy, yeah, this is where it goes off the rails.
I mean, bug spray. Really?
You have to wonder what was going through his head at that point.
Right.
I mean, it seems like he got so caught up in the whole thing, like feeding off the energy of his online audience.
Yeah.
He was performing for them.
Yeah, it was like a really twisted show.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
He was spraying Raid on everything, apples, rotisserie chickens, even a birthday cake, laughing the whole time. And the chat was going crazy, people calling him a legend.
It's like they thought it was fake or something.
Right. Like it was all just a big joke.
But some people were warning him, though, about the cops, even jail time.
Yeah. He just ignored it all, like it wouldn't catch up to him.
Yeah, that's that online disinhibition effect,
Yeah.
The disconnect between what you do online and the consequences in real life.
Yeah. Until reality hits. Hard.
Yeah.
The clip from his live stream hits Twitter, and it goes viral. For all the wrong reasons.
Of course.
News outlets pick it up. Headlines scream, 16-year-old terrorizes local Walmart. They even found his 7th grade yearbook photo.
Oh, wow.
It's like the internet can make you famous, but it can destroy you just as fast.
That's the thing, right? Once something's out there, it's out there. That digital footprint sticks around.
Forever. So the cops show up at his trailer, mom's in tears, Troy's trying to delete the video, but we all know how that goes.
Yeah, you can't really erase anything these days.
Right, too late.
We leave little pieces of ourselves everywhere we go online. And those pieces, well, they can come back to bite you.
Especially when you make stupid choices, the court appearance. It must have been rough.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
He talks about it in his writing, actually. The judge made him watch the whole live stream right there on the courtroom. You know, like, he had to listen to himself laughing while he was putting bug spray on food meant for families.
It's got to be a wake-up call.
You would think so, right?
So what happened? What was the sentence?
Charged as a juvenile, 18 months.
18 months.
What's really disturbing is, while he was in juvie, there were all these kids who would try to copy him.
Oh, no.
They saw him as some kind of hero.
That's a messed up legacy.
It's really sad. You know, it just shows how these things can spiral.
Yeah.
One person does something reckless, and then it inspires others. And it just keeps escalating.
18 months later, Troy gets out. He's 18. The internet's moved on. No one's talking about Troy Walmart anymore. All his stuff online is gone. But of course, the internet never really forgets, does it?
Nope.
He writes about searching for himself online, and all he finds are these memes of his mugshot, like when the school cafeteria serves mystery meat.
Oh, man.
His whole identity was that one stupid mistake.
It's tough. You get labeled, you know?
And then he goes back to Walmart, of all places. Sees a kid filming himself throwing eggs at the self-checkout.
Seriously.
The kid recognizes him, flips him off,
Yeah.
and says, "Yo, T-Roy, you inspired me, bro."
Oh, my God.
How did he react to that?
He just walked away, didn't say a word.
I can't even imagine to see that, what you created, the monster you made.
Yeah, it's a lot to process. That this kid looked up to him. It's a heavy realization that the things we do online can affect people in ways we don't even think about.
It's also fleeting, though, like this internet fame. 1 minute you're on top, and the next you're yesterday's news.
Yeah, it's crazy how quickly those trends come and go.
And for someone like Troy, who thought this was his whole identity, it must be even more painful, to be forgotten that fast.
It's got to be like a drug wearing off. You chase that high, but then it's gone. And you're left with nothing.
And the damage to his reputation, to his mental health.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing about online infamy.
Yeah.
It can really mess you up. The constant scrutiny, the negativity, the fear of being recognized and judged.
So what does it all mean for us, the viewers, the commenters, the ones scrolling through our feeds? It makes you think, Like the internet gives you this fame, everything you think you want, but then it can take it all away. And you're worse off than before.
Yeah, definitely. Like you're chasing this fake validation. It's not real.
So where do we even go from here? What do we do to make sure the internet doesn't become this breeding ground for this kind of stuff? All this destructive behavior.
I think it starts with recognizing how powerful these platforms are.
Yeah.
Like they can be good, but they can also be really bad.
Yeah.
We need to understand how they work.
Yeah.
The algorithms, how they can kind of mess with your head. And we need to learn to use them responsibly.
It's almost like we need like a digital literacy class for everyone.
Yeah.
Teach people how to be online safely.
Yeah, especially young people. They need the tools to think critically about all this stuff they're seeing online, right? The content, the information.
Consequences too.
Yeah, the consequences. It's not just a game,
Right. What about these content creators, the ones with millions of followers? They have a big responsibility, don't they?
They really do. They got to think about the messages they're sending, the things they're putting out there.
Yeah, it's not just about being entertaining. It's about being a good example.
Exactly.
Like use your platform for good, not just to go viral. Right.
Yeah, it's about shifting the focus from chasing those fleeting likes to having a real impact.
And the platforms themselves. What about them? What's their role in this whole thing?
Oh, they're crucial.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the ones who create the algorithms, right?
Mm-hmm.
They decide what content is allowed. Mm. They can't just say, oh, we're just a platform, we're not responsible. They have to take some responsibility for what happens on their websites, their apps.
Keep proactive.
Right. They got to prioritize users, not just, engagement numbers.
It's like a multi-pronged approach. Education, responsible content creation, ethical platform management.
Yeah, we all have to work together on this. It's a shared responsibility.
Well, we all learned a lot from Troy's story, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that chasing fame online can have consequences.
It's not worth
it. And that real validation, it comes from inside, not from followers or likes.
Well said.
So we'll leave you with this. What role do you want to play in shaping the future of the internet?
Think about it.
That's it for our deep dive into the anatomy of a viral disaster. Hopefully it's given you something to think about. Stay curious out there and choose